Welcome to the Bahamas Beauty Trades podcast, where we are having a wonderful conversation with the one and only Dr. S. Williams.
My name is Dr. H. Cheyenne Williams.
So that brings me to this wonderful hot debate that we have going on now in our country, the Bahamas, for those listening. Untrained versus trained.
Right.
That is a big thing in our country right now.
It is.
It is really big. So what are some of your views concerning this big topic, the untrained and the trained, or you can say the unregulated and the regulated?
Well, unregulated or untrained persons that are practicing in the industry really should look at themselves and consider themselves at a level where they are not up to standard, no matter how good you are at your gift and with your gifting. But you would want to not only be able to do the work, but have the paperwork, have the foundation set to show. And the only way you can do that is if you go and apply yourself, enrolling in a school, a college, a university that offers the classes in the beauty trades industry. If you are untrained, there are vital information, education courses that you will miss out on because you did not take the necessary classes to teach you these things that you need to know as a practitioner. The licensed, the trained person, they are well equipped. They do their job with ease. It comes naturally. They are working and not guessing as they go. They know exactly what it is they're doing. So the mistakes would be likely none, whereas the untrained person would be practicing on someone's head, someone's face. And if they get a good job out of it, they do. If they mess up, then okay, they'll know better for next time what not to do. But that is not what the person sits in your chair for. They expect you to be professional. They expect you to know exactly what you're doing and have a foundation set already. So when they come and pay you money, you will be giving them the service that they are paying for.
So what do you say? What type of message do you have for those individuals who are untrained and they are working in the industry, and quite frankly, they say that training is overrated?
I would let them know that education is key. You cannot succeed unless you know exactly what you are doing. The only way in this field you would know what you're doing is if you are educated about what it is that you're attempting to do. Foundation is what you need to know. You need to know, yes, I can shampoo a head. I can. We can go and use a shampoo, put it on the client's hair, and wash it out with water. But what type of shampoo should you use for what type of hair? What type of scalp condition, if they have one, do they have? What type of shampoo should I use? Apply to the hair. Do they need a special type of shampoo? These are the questions you would only be able to answer if you're educated about what it is you need to know. For example, a friend of mine was going to a salon for years, and she was wondering why her hair is always hard and brittle. Come to find out, the lady was using neutralizing shampoo on her hair for a simple wash. Neutralizing shampoo is a very strong, harsh shampoo that is used for washing out strong, harsh chemicals.
Yes.
So if you do that on the normal hair, you break, damage, and ruin the hair. So if you, as simple as shampooing the hair, you must know what type of shampoo to use on a particular service. So as simple as that, education is key, and you cannot make it in this field with good results unless you're educated about it. Even though your hairstyles, your haircuts may come out good at the end of the day, the long term, which is about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month down the road, effect that they have on the hair that they will not put into their mind that they got it at the salon, where actually they got it at the salon. But they're not thinking that because they're looking at it, you as the professional, whereas you are the cause of that long-term problem.
Right.
So we must be considerate of persons that come to us and entrust us with taking care of their hair, their beauty trades needs. We must be able to address the needs and be educated about it.
Yes, I think that is very good because sometimes I think we focus so much on the skills, but we don't have sufficient information about the products.
Right.
Because product knowledge,
Oh, yes.
what do you have to say about those who don't think that product knowledge and home care, because that's a part of the service that you provide for your customers, isn't it?
Right. So, as far as product knowledge is concerned, any product that you plan to use in your salon, in your barber shop, in your makeup studio, in your nail tech applications studio, if you're using a product, the best thing to do is find out when this company is having seminars, workshop, and apply yourself. Do not take all the money and just spend it lavishly. Educate yourself. Use some of that money to build you. So once you go to these seminars and you learn more about the products, then you would be more educated on what it is that you need to do, and your results will be better after dealing with your clients.
Because I'm a barber in the industry for just over 30 years.
Right.
And when I began, products weren't really a part of the service that you provide for your client. But today it is.
Oh, yes, it is.
You have to use more products. And I find that there is a lot of lack in practitioners, barbers. First of all, a lot of them aren't trained. That's very unfortunate. Let me just
Right.
say that from the beginning. But I do agree with you 100% that products are extremely important, and those who experience education would definitely have a better foundation
Yes.
of how to use those products.
Yes.
So, is there something you're trying to achieve by staying in this profession all this time?
Well, my greatest achievement at the end of the day, I wish for all persons that are practitioners in the field to be educated. Not only to be educated, but to put themselves in a position where they are able to educate another person that is interested. So I would want persons that are truly dedicated to go and reach for one, to try and educate the younger persons that want to pursue the career of cosmetology, barbering, nail technology. When you have persons interested like that in the field, be someone prepared. You have to be educated. You have to be one full of knowledge in order to reach that person and to encourage that young person to, to successfully look at the beauty trades as a career and to want to do it. And if you're succeeding, they will look at you as probably an idol and want to be like you. So I would want my persons, my practitioners, colleagues in the field to take it a step further, to elevate some more. If you're already at a level, try to go to another level. If you've
Right.
been in the field 20 years, try and go get a teaching certification in the beauty trades to teach, to educate, to help persons along the way that are struggling, persons that may not be able to afford certain schools. Put yourself in a position where you're able to teach and guide them into the next level in their lives. But do not just stop at what it is that where you're at, but continue to soar. This is an industry that is forever growing. There are different avenues created every year. You can go and venture out, and so I would want my colleagues to go and become the best and become all that they can become.
Well, I think that is extremely admirable, to have a desire like that. But I find that as a practitioner in this industry for a long time, and I'm sure that you, being in the industry for a long time, I find that practitioners, they seem to be very self-centered. They seem to be very selfish. They want to have the information exclusive for themselves. What you're suggesting is to have a sustainable plan where you have some type of goal of succession. You want to pass it on to the next generation. So what do you say to those individuals where they are really only concerned about themselves? They're only concerned about their future?
Well, I would say to them, they will not be able to stay here and carry on this thing forever. So the only thing that makes sense is if you apply the education that you have. Education without application is a body with information that selfishly keeps it to themselves.
Yes.
So in order for you to become reach at your peak, to become that successful person, is if you pull someone, you share, You allow someone to walk in your shoes or even go further than you. And the only way you can do that is if you share the information that you have within. Keeping it to yourself will never cause the world to change or be better.
Right, right. I
Like
agree with that.
Dr. Miles always say, a lot of the richest place is the graveyard.
Yes, I remember that.
We don't want our giftings, what we can do to change lives, to die with us. And the only way we can not have that happen is if we share what is within us with others.
Okay, I love that response. So that would help us to move to the segment of building character.
Right.
And you know that character, it's a type of framing and quality and value of an individual that you would gain through different experiences. So I would like to ask you, what type of negative experiences that prepared you for this career?
Well, where do I start? You would have to be, and I would think this would be in just about every career. I heard Bishop Jake say, when you want to go further in life, surround yourself around people who are not interested in what you are interested in. Because if you surround yourself with people who are doing the same thing you do, you are competing. They're looking at you as competition
Yes.
instead of colleagues trying to build each other. So if you're a doctor, go hang around lawyers. If you're a teacher, go hang around pharmacists. So I said that all to say, when you're in the field, you will have persons that envy you, that are jealous of you, that don't like you for God to know for whatever reason. And so one thing I always taught in my schooling, teaching other practitioners, upcoming practitioners, if you know that you are good at something and someone comes to you, to your salon, and for a service that you are not good at,
Okay.
but Sue down the road is very good at it, you recommend that she goes to Sue because you know that you are unable to give her the service that she is looking for. You only do that or would do a gesture like that if you are working on one accord and you're not envying, you're not hating on, you're not trying to pull down the next person in the industry. So I have survived many, 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 many criticisms, just foolish talks. And so instead of letting them pull me down in the industry, it just boosts me up to go for more. I am a person that I will always look at the cup as half full rather than half empty.
Very optimistic.
Okay, so if you are stepping on me over here, let me try over here so that I can build my way up. And doing that, it has caused me to build a lot of my self-esteem. And it has caused me to look at the negative and try to find the positive within it. And this would also help you to become a stronger person, to overcome atrocities, to help with your frustration because you're not getting frustrated at the person who is trying to bring you down, but you look for ways to overcome. So in this industry, you must, and just like I said, just about every industry or job you would work on, you would find those persons that will always be a thorn in your side. But you have to just find a way to remove the thorn or ignore the pain and just push through. Eventually, the thorn, you will move away from the thorn and it will eventually move out of your side. Even if you have to embrace other thorns along the way, at least you would have progressed, and you would become stronger. You would be more immune to the thorns coming at you. So the more you grow, the more you build, the greater character you have, and the more you can take and just be free as you go and learn to ignore the small stuff.
Yeah, I think that is very important because some people, they are discouraged by having these negative experiences,
Right.
and they would allow it. They allow these experiences to really deter them from really following with passion,
Right.
what type of purpose that they may have. This is Tab from the Bahamas Beauty Trades podcast.